Grab my crotch, wear my hair low like you. We can do it like the man, ah? We can do it like the man. Sugar, sugar, sugar. Bong, bong. Pour me a beer. No pretty drinks, I'm a guy out here. Rolling, 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 rolling like a PM. A BTC, BITCH is on my dick like this. Dirty, 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 fine. You think you can hurt like me? You're more fun. Me just like slurring all the words that like YouTube doesn't hate, but like I try not to get shadow banned, especially when I haven't even popped off. Like you can't ban me before I get popular. No one's gonna care. Um, eh, eh, eh. Honestly, it's like a Sith situation. If they strike me down now, it'll only make me stronger. Like I don't have that much of a following, but like people really care when VTubers get banned right now because we're under persecution. Like I'm already gay. Don't ban me. It's bad enough that my state, like my country's trying to ban me. Okay. We're all good. Do 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 do. Um, do, 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 do. And because it's YouTube, we're gonna watch Smosh so we don't get taken down again.
Do you remember the one in the 90s, the gorilla in the 90s?
No, 0%.
Oh, man. I love these gorilla stories when they happen. They're mypeople.com.
Where do I find these gorilla stories?
Oh, why is people.com not covering the gorilla stories?
Let's do the worst of the worst. Like me. Okay.
Welcome back to some insane Reddit stories.
First, let me let you guys know what we're doing right now. So the first thing that we're doing is we're going through the model. And so what you may not know about making a model like super fancy is sometimes it's got to look like absolute garbage before you do that. And what I mean by that is you see how like this side looks really nice with all of its pointy edges? I can't do anything with that. So I gotta go through and make these flat edges because I can do something with that. I can like chop up the edge like you would at a hair salon, like getting layers done. I can't layer that. So we gotta go through and section out the areas we want to layer and make sure that they're able to be layered. This section's fine. So we might just want to make a lot of these flat, just to make things a little easier. I need to listen to I'm do like this. Dirty, 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 dirty sucker. You think I can't get hurt like you? Um. Okay, then we have the sides. We're gonna flatten these out a little bit. I want these to still have that point a bit. Just be a bit flatter. It feels so wrong doing this to my nice hair, going to the edges and just flattening them out. But again, if we don't do this, we can't add layers. Like this is a necessary step to add layers. Luckily, I don't have to do this too much. And this part probably would be fine how it is. And same with this part. Like, I might make it just a little bit wider, because, like, it's just gonna help it. Wait, this part's all hidden. This part has no bearing on anything. Oh, there it is. Yeah. We'll just need to take that part off. Love you till the day that I die. Do do. I'm gonna have to do these individually. Oof. I'm glad the other sections I didn't have to do that. Dun dun doo doo. Actually, we're gonna leave these all thick. Yeah, our goal with this. Oh, hey, Silver Sun. I'm doing pretty good. We are currently working on doing something that's a painful process, but we're preparing the model to be HD. So this means I'm gonna make the hair a lot more fancy. What that means though is that all of these edges, they gotta be changed. Because I can't like do the thing I need to. Which is, you know how like hair has layers and like it's very choppy at the end and you have strands? I can't do that with how my hair is now. So what we're doing is we are flattening the edge of my hair so that way I can like cut the edge. Um, One thing I'm curious about. See, I don't want it to be that thin, but I would love if I could like Oh, like that. Essentially, I want it to kind of be like this. That way I have more, I want it to be more flat at the end than open like that diamond is. I'm going to try to get as detailed as possible. And that means I can do that with the bangs too. That's gonna make my life so much easier. There we go. Hope you're also having a good night. There we go. Yeah. Besides, oh, not that one. It's fine. They'll be fixed. I think this one might need to be adjusted. That's fine. Because it's gonna be cut anyways. Here we have our flat edges that are ready to get textured. And I'm gonna go ahead and hit play on this video because we're approaching the Unity
I'm
phase,
Shane, and
which you've seen me
today,
do
the
so
theme
many times.
Is Am I the Devil? That's right. These are the worst of the
On
worst.
my channel,
And I'm joined by
the
two of the
devil.
worst
No.
people I know.
Oh, Shane.
Courtney and Spencer are here.
Hey.
You guys, I know you guys know Reddit, so.
There we
Because
go.
Courtney, you've curated a bunch of stories for this show.
Yeah, and they messed me up real bad.
Yeah, you had to take a break after producing one of these episodes. You were like, I'm out.
The spooky one, the research was a lot, but I think I could be ready to make more again or help make more again.
Spencer, you look like you're on Reddit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love that place.
Oh my god.
I can't believe it's taken this long for us to be on an episode
I
together.
know.
What the heck? Why are you waiting me?
Hey, pleasure to be on the couch with you.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Am I the asshole for getting frustrated
I wanna
with
know
a
what
kid
that
at
is.
the arcade?
So far, no.
I'm a 30-year-old man, and I'm a really big fan of DDR, and I was just playing a bit at an arcade near me. I was about to get a full combo when this kid around 8 years old decided to play a stupid prank. He used his hand to press the buttons and mess up my combo. I was furious as I had been practicing this map for a while now and was about to full combo it. I will admit I lost my temper. I started screaming stuff like, "What the f*** are you doing?" and "Where are your parents because they clearly failed you?" It wasn't the nicest thing to say, but I was understandably angry. The staff came to me and banned me from the arcade for being aggressive. Am I the asshole? Okay, at first I was like, at first I questioned, well, I'm like, okay, is this real or not? I think this is fully real because I have seen this type of shit
Oh, yeah.
at arcades. Every other arcade machine feels so casual, and then DDR feels like a professional sport.
It's an event.
And I avoid it.
I mean,
do not get
honestly,
on that machine
kinda.
because
No, I don't want other people to see me playing it.
Mhm.
that too. However, that kid did press some buttons.
He was-
Pushed his
Yeah, on
buttons.
Same.
several levels.
Yeah,
Oh.
push buttons on several levels.
It's pretty crappy what the little kid did, but it's a little kid.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, when you're 8, like, you know, I think, you know, he had the fear of God put him in a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, and I thought he was gonna like step
Well,
on his fingers.
We
or
don't know the
something.
kid's reaction. Maybe the
Yeah.
kid, maybe he was yelling this. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" The kid's just like,
yeah, I bet
It
the kid
takes
was
some seconds.
terrified. If
Probably.
they banned him, it was hostile enough for them to call it aggressive.
yeah.
Sometimes those are the moments where a kid learns, and now that's embedded in him forever, and he's never gonna mess with another person again. But
Agreed.
it's a kid, dude.
But also
Yeah.
agreed.
Yeah, even if it was beneficial for the kid, I feel like it's yelling, "What the f are you doing?" at an 8-year-old is rarely gonna work well in your favor.
Yeah. I also like there
See,
was no stakes.
If it was,
you know?
hey,
Full combo.
I don't want to break your
combo.
hand.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
So
I don't mean to
yeah.
disrespect.
My initial thought was like, I thought it was like Guitar Hero where you get like the ×4 multiplier, and I thought that's what he meant. I'm like, you can just get another one, but full combo I think means you hit every single step.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I think he was like towards the end of the song, and that's when the kid messed him up. So like,
Yeah,
I could get
I
it.
get it. And
Because, like,
I get his anger,
feeling
but at the same
edged.
time, I feel like an arcade is a place where it's like, all right, especially it's an arcade where kids are running around. It's just like, yeah, this
There's
is
also-
a place where it's gonna be f***ing crazy.
it's
I
There's so
can't
few
be mad
places for
about that.
kids
you can't
these
hold people
days.
to the. I mean, it is a lot though. It is a lot to
It
have a kid
sucks.
come and like press your shit.
Totally.
But it's,
Well,
it's where a kid can be a kid.
No, that's Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh.
Chuck E. Cheese's.
Or is that Burger King?
No, that's Chuck E. Cheese. It's Chuck,
Chuck E.
E.
Cheese.
Cheese.
What's the Burger King?
Have it your
one?
way.
Oh,
way.
okay. Wait, I will say, I just thought I thought of a funny idea.
What?
What if like when you go, you know how like at like movie theaters they do the thing like the AMC, the Nicole Kidman thing, like
Yeah,
we
yeah.
come, you can do it. We
What's
come, we come eat a lot
Come to this place.
to
Come to
live.
this
magic.
place. The
But like they
magic.
should do one in arcades. Like we come here to dance.
We
I don't
come
know, I
here-
can't do. I can't.
We
I
come
can't-
here to
yeah.
dance
We come here to
and to play
shake.
DDR.
She takes off her whatever her Markiplier
There we go.
Yeah.
cloak, her
Yeah.
cloak. And then she's just like, "We come here for combos."
Same.
Come to this place for Mario.
I will say though, 8-year-old me would never.
No,
I-
that's the
I
other
was
thing.
terrified of like.
It's
with
like
a
messing
strange
with a
adult.
30-year-old man.
It's pretty intense.
Like coming between a 30-year-old man and his video games. Like, look, that was about the best case scenario.
The verdict was asshole.
Yeah.
Fair. He was so
We're gonna export.
aggressive that he got banned. Someone though said, not the asshole. He used his hand to press the buttons. What the fuck? That's like grabbing the wheel when someone's driving. And someone said, yeah, DDR is just like driving a 2,000-pound piece of metal at 65 miles per hour.
Is that how much a car weighs?
See, my thing is
Some
the
cars.
8-year-old's hand.
Maybe like a really,
I don't know.
really
I don't
big
know how
one.
much I thought they weighed, but
No, it is.
If we're talking like a full-grown ass adult, that 8-year-old, that 8-year-old's hands are gonna get destroyed if he missteps. Like, imagine if he wasn't good at DDR, and he just like stomps. That kid's hand might break. Like, if he's putting his full force into it, like a lot of people do on DDR, like, they're not light steps. A lot of people stomp. And if they're gonna stomp, then that kid's hands are gonna get, like, mutilated. And that's why we don't let that in factories. Because of all the DDR machines.
I mean, you're automatically the asshole for losing your temper at a child. You are the adult in the situation, and like your feelings. You cared a lot, but nobody else in that room maybe knew that. That's your emotions are your responsibility in that moment. This child, their little fingies could have gotten squashed.
I would have trapped him on the machine and made it till he couldn't leave the machine until he hit a full combo.
I think that. Do you think that
That's a
kid,
fair
though, maybe was doing him a
punishment.
favor because if he hit that full combo, he was never gonna get laid. And so that kid was like trying to like be like, no, do not get that full combo. You'll still have a chance.
Oh my
Oh my God.
God.
You know.
Yeah, because 8-year-olds know all about that.
Someone else said, you're the asshole. If you can't mind your temper and mouth, you don't belong in space for children. In spaces for children.
In spaces
And someone said, you're
with
the asshole.
children.
Where are your parents?
I wouldn't say an
because they
arcade
clearly
is for
failed you."
exclusively children.
Mm.
I
So,
would say it's
the
more
closest
like
I've
at
ever been to
least
this situation,
like young adult.
I did have a situation where I was
like-
pissed off at little kids. I was very
or like
pissed, but I
13 to
didn't do this.
16.
I
you
was
could
at the
say,
beach with some friends,
But
right? It was
very
me and,
few
like,
of those
couple
games
friends.
are meant to be played by
and
a
I
kid.
started digging a hole, and I dug the biggest hole at the beach that I've ever dug, and it was crazy, and it was massive, and it went down really deep, and I was so impressed. And I was getting to the point where I was like, my head was like about here, and then suddenly a bunch of little kids started to like swarm around this hole. This hole is right next to our like blanket and everything. Like this is where our setup, and they are now swarming around. All these kids swarming around our stuff and this hole that I made. I'm actively digging it, and these kids are like f***ing around the sides of
Aw.
it. And of course, they just start to like, sand just starts to fall in. And I'm a little nervous because some of these kids are like 3. And I'm like, you're next to a borderline like 5-foot deep hole. You're gonna fall in.
Stanley Yelnats over here.
I wasn't yelling at them. I wasn't saying anything.
Stanley Yelnats.
And then, and their parents are like off to the side watching, and they're just like, and I'm like, I'm a strange man. With a hole.
How old were you?
I
How old were you?
I was like 20. I was probably like 20 or 21.
Okay.
Look, send me to the beach now. I'm gonna start digging a hole.
No, okay. This is what I was gonna ask you. Have you ever heard of the masculine urge to dig?
Yes.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I have it.
Yeah.
I feel it.
No,
I have to
yeah.
dig.
Let's
I
continue.
have to. It's so fun.
Sorry, you get to the beach, you gotta dig.
But
I'm sorry.
these kids eventually they started like f***ing around with it so much that
Ooh,
they
I
were just filling
need
the hole back up.
a drop
I got
pen.
up out of it and I was like,
So we're
I'm
gonna
like,
be doing
whatever.
some
and
hair
I was really
math.
mad. And at first I wanted to say something to one of
That's
their
a
friends, being like,
special
what,
thing
this
that
and
needs
then
a
I
drop
thought
pen
about it.
for.
I'm like, what am I gonna say? Like, I dug this hole. I was like, but then I also, what truly happened, I was mad. I was in this guy's zone of being pissed at these kids. And then I saw these kids having like such a great time. And I was like, oh shit, I made a core memory for a lot of these kids. Because I
Aw.
remember when I was young and you'd be at the beach and you'd come across some sort of insane thing on the beach and you'd just be stoked. And you have that childlike urge to just like
Dig.
mess with it and whatever. And I was like, okay, this is the best possible scenario for this, you know, because otherwise there's just gonna be a hole there,
Hey,
and I'd have to fill it back up.
which I was supposed to say,
Don't yell at
ecologically,
kids.
you're not supposed
They're
to leave.
kids. Even if they are putting their hands on a DDR machine, which is crazy, but don't yell at them. You're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah,
No, I'm
getting
sorry.
banned. Was it worth it?
Yeah.
Yelling
I'm
at
gonna
the
say-
kid,
Can I do the one where it's like
100%
everybody
warranted.
here sucks?
That was a dangerous situation for the
You think
kid
everyone sucks here?
That's my
to
verdict.
put their
Okay.
hand at the
That's
feet
entirely fair.
of an
kid does
adult
suck,
stomping.
but
The kid
not-
sucks.
The kid sucks.
But
The
should have
kid
been
sucks, but just
yelling,
don't
"Hey,
yell and curse at a
don't-
kid.
Yeah,
I don't want to
everybody
break your
That's
hands."
bad. Okay, next story.
Or like
Am I the asshole
stopping
for
and being like,
pointing out my
"Hey,
sister's
go
blue
get like
hand?
one of the shop
I'm a
people."
27-year-old man and have an older
If you can get a
sister
full
who's
combo
34.
once,
She is
you
a
can get it
professional
again.
chef, and she has a lot of culinary themed tattoos.
But they only get one hand.
Recently, she got her
Two
hands
if they're
tattooed
lucky.
with measurements she uses a lot in the kitchen, like teaspoon and tablespoon and that sort of thing. She says she actually refers to them at work a lot, but I really think she just got them because it makes people ask her what they're about, and then she gets to talk about being a chef. It impresses people, and I know she enjoys the attention. Recently, we were having dinner with our parents and some family friends. The conversation turned to tattoos, and of course my sister started talking about her new ones. Since they're food related, that steered the conversation away from tattoos and onto cooking and recipes. I kept waiting for the conversation to go back to tattoos so that I could talk about my newest one, but it wasn't happening.
He's so mad.
Oh my god.
Finally, I found an opportunity to point out the fact that one of my sister's tattoos is such poor quality, it dyed a part of the skin around it blue. That happens if the artist presses too hard and it's
Okay, so
permanent,
he won't wipe.
which means it was a cheap tattoo. Everyone else looked really awkward, but my sister laughed for some reason and said something like, "Yeah, I just have a blue hand now. Oh well." And that really bothered me. I have many tattoos myself, but all of mine are really meaningful, and I take a lot of care to find good artists. She obviously doesn't take them seriously and just gets them on a whim, but since hers are mostly for attention, everyone wants to talk about hers instead. I told her she shouldn't be so casual about having a bad tattoo and that it looks like it was cheap. I told her I'm glad she likes it, but it looks like she's been taking colloidal silver or something. My dad told me to let it go, and my mom kept trying to change the subject. And finally, my sister just said, "My tattoos are personal. It's okay if you don't like them," and ignored me for the rest of the night.
Good.
My mom thinks I should apologize, and apparently the friends who were there thought I was out of line. Personally, I think I was just pointing out a fact, and I honestly want her to get better tattoos in the future for her own sake. Am I the asshole?
This guy.
That's crazy
Good
to write
Lord,
this
give
whole
it a
thing
break.
out and not
That one SpongeBob meme.
realize how
It's,
jealous
yeah.
it's
you
like, hey
are.
man, reread that.
His
reread what you
ego
wrote.
is in the driver's seat, pedal to the metal right now. Like, could not, literally, okay, I genuinely feel like there's just already some pent up anger toward his sister,
Yeah.
just already, and this is just part of it because, like, he was mad that she wasn't, he wanted her to feel bad in front
Yeah.
of everyone. That's what he wanted, and he got mad that she didn't, and it rolled off of her. Like, bro, what is really the problem here?
And he was also like clearly aware of himself like wanting attention in a way,
Yeah.
which like is big, but it's like, hey, then kind of like, you know, handle those feelings yourself. He's like, oh, like clearly she enjoys the attention, but like nobody was talking to me. Like, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
like then I want to see his tattoos though.
Yeah, his are probably really
They're
dumb.
probably dumb. Yeah.
They're probably really
the
dumb.
hand measurements. That's like I'm
It
sad.
actually has a function.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
those
I'm trying to
those
think of
sounds like good tattoos.
I'm trying to think of
The
like
hand
handy ones
measurement
we could get.
session,
Yeah.
but-
Most tattoos that I actually end up complimenting are often ones where people are like, "Oh yeah, I just friggin' got that."
Yeah.
Like there are the ones that people don't really care that much
We should
about.
get tattoos of like the words you can't say on YouTube or something.
Yeah.
Oh my
Or
God.
like the rules to Moose Master
That's really
or
good.
Yes.
something.
Yes.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Or
that's
Shane can
solid.
just get a Reddit tablet. I don't know. Just like,
I'll
am I the
tat-
asshole? Yes, no.
I'll
and you have to be
tattoo
like,
this entire story onto my
whoa,
back.
that's smart.
That'd be really funny.
I think this guy doesn't like that people like his sister. Like that
Yeah, I
she's
think
he's
being
pissed about
liked.
that.
and
Sister's probably cool as hell.
He's like, she
Yeah.
likes the attention. And I'm trying to get it, like, doesn't acknowledge that he likes the attention too. We're all people. We all like attention.
Yeah.
We're all talking. You were patiently waiting for the conversation to go back to tattoos so that it was your turn. Be an adult. If you want to talk about something, take the initiative. Just talk about it. It doesn't need to be
Agreed.
personal.
The verdict, asshole. Comments. I am jealous of my sister. I tried to make her feel bad, but she blew me off because she doesn't value my opinion in the least. I got mad that my plan didn't work, so I doubled down on being a jerk. My parents were so embarrassed about my behavior that they want me to apologize to my sister, who I once again must point out doesn't care what I think. That's what normal people do, right? You're the asshole. Someone else said, your sister's hand is blue and your whole body is green with envy, but at least your tattoos are oh so meaningful. You're the asshole.
Got his ass with that one.
Oh,
That
I
was
hope he read
pretty
all
sick.
those.
Lastly,
Ooh,
yep, OP is
that's
blue
okay.
with envy. Someone said, dude just blew up for no reason. OP had a chance to be not the asshole, but he blew it.
He went up to his room and blew himself with envy. I don't know.
Yeah,
To
pretty
think,
solid.
Like tattoos on the palms of your hands, I feel like is not like a very like attention grabby thing.
I know a lot of tattoo artists like won't do tattoos on your hands because they will like, you know, it's not really possible to do like a high quality one on the hand
Yeah.
because like
the pores
you
and
move
the
it,
creases,
yeah.
it's like there's too much going on there.
People just get the mustaches here.
Yeah.
Get the mustache.
Do you guys get a lot of comments on your tattoos? Are they positive, negative ever?
No, I don't wear short sleeve shirts around a whole lot, but when I do, people are usually. But you know, mine. You know, you start off getting meaningful ones, and then they get dumber and dumber, and then they get more fun.
You have some sick ones, because yeah, Don't Win Mario Party. You always mention you
Yeah.
have the thwomp.
I've been waiting for you guys to bring up my tattoos.
Oh my God.
No one's
they
been
did.
asking me about my
There's so much
tattoos.
I will
Tattoos.
say,
Behind that.
you have the Squirtle Squad, and that's a sick tattoo.
Good one.
That's a
that was
solid
a fun one.
Glasses.
Yeah, that was on a whim.
Yeah,
Iconic.
and then you've got the Mach 5, which is dope.
Yeah,
As hell.
the dudes love it.
Dang.
I will say if they notice
Digging
it, they go,
holes,
they go,
the Mach
oh
5."
shit, they had a Mach 5 tattoo. But that's the only one that
Okay,
really.
yeah, I
They
don't
say it
like
like that,
this.
or they say it like,
Oh, bro, Xanadu?
oh, it's not the Mach 5 right there.
Uh,
Dude, is that Emil Hirsch?
yeah,
Sorry.
I'm gonna get a bunch more this month. I think.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for allowing me the space to talk about my tattoos, and thank you for the attention.
No problem. You've got
Oh my God, your tattoos are so cool.
All right, next story.
Okay.
Am I
didn't-
the
didn't
asshole
like
for
that.
not knowing what a
go
fire
back to
hydrant
this.
was and I wasn't supposed to park there?
No! No!
Anyways, this orphanage burned down and I was just parked here. I'm 23 and I've been driving since I was 16. I'm a really good driver and only have a few tickets for like very minor stuff. I'm a good driver.
So we're gonna go
is
back
what
and do
I'm trying
this
to
and
say.
like
I was
readjust
over at
these.
my situationship's apartment, and he lives close to downtown. He's had like 7 beers, and our DoorDash was taking forever. So he asked if maybe I could go to the restaurant and get it since I'd only had a few glasses of wine.
Oh.
The story's
All right,
crazy.
so, okay. I said sure. He said I could take his dad's car since it's automatic. I was like there and back in just a few minutes, but there was only one spot on the street, so I parked there. The next morning, his dad's car was like, just gone. So first we called the police and they were sending someone. Then he did a double take and said, wait, did you park there? And I said, yes. And he said, you parked in front of a fire hydrant? I said, I had no idea what that was. I literally had no idea.
No.
And he said, oh my God, how could you be so stupid? I was really offended
yeah,
and I
fair
said,
question.
don't yell at me in public like that. And then the police showed up to investigate the car theft. And he had to confess that it was probably towed because of the fire hydrant. The cop did some research and was able to find out what tow place had it. The cop then told me how stupid I was and how I put everyone in the whole block at risk if there had been a fire. It cost a small fortune to get the car out of the tow yard, plus there are parking tickets in it too. My situationship says I should pay for everything, but I don't want to, and he has way
Oh
more
my
money
God.
than me. Am I the asshole? This person's, I don't know.
Fair.
This person's a train wreck.
Don't yell at me.
I might have left out the part about drunk driving.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you're not. I don't know if you're the asshole for parking in front of a fire hydrant. You're an asshole for having a few glasses of wine and then driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fire hydrant probably looked like a freaking bush.
I wish I wish they told the cop, they're like, sorry, I didn't know what a fire hydrant was 'cause I was pretty drunk.
Pretty drunk.
I was pretty drunk, so I didn't know what that was.
Oh, do not have a few
I'm
glasses
not
of wine.
stupid, I was
and
drunk.
drive.
I have seen the things where like the fire. I like when the fire department gets petty and they'll run the fire hose.
I don't
like,
even think that's out of pettiness. I think they literally are just like, oh, we have to
Oh,
break this.
that's even more
They'll-
awesome.
yeah.
yeah.
My dad, yeah.
Call him.
Yeah.
No.
But
what
no,
was it?
if you park in front of a fire hydrant and
Let's
something
see.
happens, they will just punch out your windows.
Yeah.
Yep.
All 2,000 pounds of the car.
Yeah, because they need to be as close to it as possible. That the hose is only so long, and
Otherwise, you get flying around like little rascals.
Whoa!
yeah.
obvious verdict, asshole. Comments here. You're the asshole. It's common sense. You could have killed someone if there was a fire. How do you not know what a fire hydrant is? Pay for everything. It's 100% your fault. OP responded, I mean, I've seen them before, but I thought they were like from 100 years ago and not used anymore.
Okay.
Someone said, so you thought they were like historical statues? And OP said, no, just like other things like telephone poles that aren't used anymore.
Oh my god.
Because everyone has iPhones, but they haven't taken them down yet.
Oh no.
I'm
Take
sorry.
it back. This person's hilarious.
I think this person
Same.
rocks.
Yeah.
Listen,
I thought
This
it was
person-
like.
oh no.
This person kicks a lot of ass in some way that I cannot
No,
explain.
They kick their own ass.
This person
Yeah.
kicks ass in the way that I never want to be like in the
Yeah.
same town as
And this
them.
person shouldn't be allowed to drive.
No, they shouldn't be able to drive, but
Wild.
they are funny.
But they're funny.
They are funny. You're the asshole twice. Once for what was likely impaired driving,
Oh,
and
maybe-
once for not knowing what a fire
Thank you.
hydrant is. This can't be real. And yes, potentially putting other people at risk. You're not just an asshole, you're a self-absorbed asshole.
It normally. Oh, so maybe that was it. I just have to relaunch it. Thank you so much for coming over here so I could see that. Typically, that's all I have to do is relaunch. We'll just exit this. Let's hit stop. No, thank you so much, though. Oh, let me go ahead and follow you back. Thank you. Like, is your YouTube linked on your Twitch? Falling sweetly into his arms, he took a bite of poison. Thank you so much.
Danny Vtuber just followed.
Okay, let me pull up my. Following you back, more important right now. Let me make sure I do that. I just gotta find out what tab my Twitch is on. Oh, here it is. Okay. I need to exit this. Follow back. There we go. Thank you so much for the point out. That happened last time, and it's so weird. I went so many weeks with listening to like music and stuff, and like I see reaction content all the time on YouTube, and so I always thought it was fine, but whatever. Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, I wonder if it also might. I don't think it's my model. The bad thing is like it never tells me what the violation is. I have 0 strikes. Like, yeah, I didn't even get a notification that it had been taken down.
Danny Vtuber just subscribed with Prime.
Thank you so much. Oh, no. You have been more than grateful. Like, honestly, I'm just happy that you saw it and you went the distance. Again, thank you so much. My child. Oh, it looks like I'm back up. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't even have to redo my stream code. All I had to do was hit stop and start. Yeah, I didn't even have to redo my stream code. All I had to do was hit stop and start. Yeah, and it still has all my same info on it. All I had to do was hit stop and start. Doop-a-doop. Yeah, and it still has all my same Oh, info. We are stuck hearing my repeat because my child, my cat, is wanting up. He hears it like, oh, you're happy. Let me up. Hearing my repeat because my child, my cat, is wanting up. He's allowed up as long as I don't have my draw pad. Hearing my repeat because my child, my cat, I'm gonna do me close up so I can quickly go through these and figure out which one is got echo. And figure out which one. There you are. Okay. I have so many tabs open, but it's because I do art. So, you know, like, that involves having like 30 tabs. I'm also gonna follow you back on YouTube. Channel activity. If it would let me. YouTube is a special place. For the longest time, it would say that my username is a spelling error. Like I promise. It's just spelled very similar to the plant. Thank you so much. Yeah, I guess maybe there's a soft protection on certain videos, which is so weird because like I do it and a lot of people I know like do like subscription stuff. Subscription stuff. Watch videos and stuff. Like Sniper Wolf can do it, but I can't. It's also possible that might be like the model, but the model's not lewd unless abs and upper thigh is lewd now. But I couldn't see that breaking. I would see that breaking Twitch more than YouTube. Also, yeah, no, I know my model's fine. I've seen some of the other models. But like, yeah, I know YouTube has a weird like hip rule now. My hip's not out. But maybe someone doesn't know anatomy and saw that. But then like, again, it was YouTube that took me down. Thank you so much. Because I would have gone a decent amount of time without seeing it. Because it doesn't send me a notification or anything. If I got a notification, I'd be like, oh, let me fix the thing I did wrong. I want to stay in good graces. Oh, the best part? I'm not monetized on YouTube. I'm monetized on Twitch. So if it was like a money thing, I would get it. But like, people play Guitar Hero, which is all copyrighted music. Also just dance. I did think it was music that got me last time, but it might have been a podcast. And to think, I even put them up here in the top corner. Am I on time? Yeah, it's hard. I'm a third of the way there for watch time, but I'm nowhere close to the subscriber count. I have found out if I stream like with my insomnia stream late at night, it gets me more subscribers on YouTube than it's done like favors for me on like Twitch. It tends to be pretty like chill Twitch wise. I did an experiment here where I made all these edges flat because I wanted to like try to do like textured hair at the end. It looked better when I did texture hair with it like the pointed end. Oh, those views? Like the 3, is it like, no, it's not 3 million. Or is it? Like the million views you need if you do it through shorts? You think I'm gonna get to the million views before 3,000 watch hours? Like, that one I think is so silly. Thank you so much. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's only 1 million. I think. Last time I checked. Go to get the first level of monetization. Believe it or not, I actually have like 70-ish models. I like to do costumes and stuff. I'm basically the drag equivalent of a VTuber. It's just so much fun to have all the different outfits. And it's also great practice for me. Let's see. Monetization, yeah. 3,000 public watch hours or 3 million views within 90 days. But you have a full year for the watch time. Honestly, I can see why so many VTubers get addicted to it. I couldn't play with dolls as a kid, and this is so much fun. I did play with puppets. Weird line that they drew in the sand. I can have a puppet, but I can't have a doll. Like, okay, what if I cut the strings off the puppet? Is it now not allowed? No one accused them of being smart in that way. But it's not based in logic anyways. Oh, nice. I am looking at maybe doing VROID models, like commissions. The one I'm doing right now, I am getting this model ready to be like HD, if you know what I mean. So I did an export thing to try to make the hair look nice and do a graphics update. So flatten the edges, texture the hair at the end. I didn't like how it looked. It's because VROID does wrapping for hair. So when you cut one side, it cuts the other, and then it starts to look like weird. Oh, I'm gender fluid. So like, I'm not necessarily trans, because I don't like. I mean, like for one, I don't have all the same struggles. I'm fine with male, female, whatever. Much like a plant, it switches. Oh, nice. I love the fact that like I never thought like of the demographic, but believe it or not, a lot of people who are my regulars, like I mean I'm a small channel, so a small amount of regulars, but like 90% of them are trans. And I'm like, I'm glad. And I'm glad that you see something in my model. Representation matters. I mean, if I could switch physical form as much as my VTuber model could, yeah. Okay, YouTube-wise, my regulars are on the younger end. Twitch is where I mostly stream and where I started streaming. Those are all mostly trans. Not to brag, but no, I love the trans community, and they've been so supportive. I mean, yeah. I mean, as a gender fluid person, I feel like I do give some visibility at least. Like, with my models. But yeah, no, my models give me gender envy often. I... Ooh, you might like this one. I made a model, I call it Poison of the Blue Lagoon. Uh, it's for spooky season, I've been making like models back to back. Let's see. Doop-a-doop. It's a... Oh god, the bubbles. Adjust. Okay, so this model isn't designed to be seen from that angle. It's just designed to be seen like from above, and like I have videos of me swimming with it. I don't know why I pulled this up instead of the videos. The videos that are taken at the right angle. Because from this angle, it looks like Jello personified. The spirit of Jello. Doot, doot, doot. So, and that's with it. I love shaders. I overdo it though. Like, I will admit, I overdo it. The Cheshire Cat has so much done to it. But let's see. This one.
Jump in the water!
Penelope, why? You know I'm too shy and terrified.
Take the suffering from
It's designed to look like basically a water elemental, like siren-esque. So someone coming out of the water. The only problem is that to get the swimming to work right, like with my body tracking, I have to arc my back and lean forward. This hurts my back. Exactly. So like, oh, I can't swim for that long. So I use an iPhone, sometimes a webcam, but then for full body I do Mokopi because it was the like it came out with its like new firmware update when I got my tax return, and I was gonna use Slime VR because Slime VR is better. But the issue is Slime VR is on back order, like so much. And Mokopi, I love having it. I wouldn't have full body tracking without it. At the same time, the drift gets annoying. No, I'm jealous. If I had more of a following, then I definitely would up my tracking. I mean, it's cool that I could go like out and use one of my like VRM models, like to record out in nature. I mean, I'm a, like immunocompromised, so I don't go out in nature that often. but if I did, it's a possibility. And who doesn't like having options? uh yeah, no, I'm jealous of your setup. Okay. The reason I reason for mine isn't even related to stream. I reason that I love puppeting, and playing with the Mokopi stuff is actually really fun. I love puppeting my models around, like doing like little dance things, short little like animation things to like different music. It's fun, and it's been something that like I've actually spent a lot of time on. Like, so it passed the value. Mokopi is a little bit hard to get in VR chat. I know it's possible, but I know like Steam VR did not like it. I just haven't done like VR chat in a while. I keep on meaning to. Because I do have like a setup, and I'll sometimes do like Beat Saber with my model. Ooh, I used Miku Miku Dance for a little bit. I would like to use something different. But you do get like the MMD files that are so like widely available. And like Hololive, if they do a music video, they oftentimes release an MMD file with it. So you can just participate in a dance trend, like Tubers. I don't know what AGS is. I used to be a tuber. But because I'm chronically ill, VTubing is more accessible for me because sometimes you just like don't have the ages. It was capitalized, so I was like, is that some kind of tracking I haven't heard of? I'm dyslexic also. That's not on dyslexia though, because I saw the letters correctly. but I just want to scapegoat it. Yeah. I love blaming my dyslexia for things that have nothing to do with it. Like, I can't believe I just failed that, like, math test. Darn dyslexia. Not that I didn't study for it. Math is the only class, or specifically calc, was the only class I made a bad grade on. Ooh, yeah. Let me follow you back on Twitter, too. I do it now because I don't want to forget. Yeah. Thanks. Whenever I get back on VTube, not VTube, VR chat, definite, I will answer your DMs. My rule of not answering DMs is basically so I don't answer DMs of children or the art scam bots. Yeah, but like, I answer the DMs of fellow people who are adults and not scammers. You meet the qualifications. I also just like that rule. Like, because it's not like a solid rule. I can answer my DMs if I want to. But when when I have someone I don't want to do it with, I can be like, sorry, my rule is no DMs. It's like some people have never ran into like healthy boundaries, and it's easier for them to hear that everyone has this rule than, hey, I don't know you that well, so maybe we put some like thought into what we say. Like, I was doing a sponsorship a while ago, can't say which one, obviously, and there was like a community play aspect of it, and some community members took that as being close friends. I think, no, this was part of an event. Like, I just was like, yeah, no, I am TOS friendly and advertiser friendly, so I'm mostly PG-13. If I'm playing an M-rated game, obviously it goes up. And I do like to occasionally do like a Wine Mom stream. I always flag my content though, like when it's not for all ages, either by using the game flag or things like that. But most of my content is geared to PG-13 and older. For one, I'm not looking to get with people like that. Two, Twitch and YouTube are designed to hold PG-13 content. So like you want to make sure that like you're making the content that fits the platform. Like I have a Marie Antoinette model. It's like a decapitated model that like it erases it occasionally, like the neck part, and it has like heads will roll, ya's, like red glitter coming off of it. And that doesn't go on TikTok because that goes against TikTok's TOS. Oh yeah, no bother. Uh, I am live almost daily. Scheduled not daily, but I'm live almost daily. These are my insomnia streams. And so like they all say, surprise, I'm live, like in the notification. I wish I could like not send out a notification when I go live at like midnight. So it just doesn't tell on me. But like I can't. So people just get to know I'm irresponsible. Like the first little bit is like, I don't need people knowing that I'm up at 3 a.m. unless they're also up at 3 a.m. If I had a dime for every time I pretended I just woke up at 7 a.m. My favorite activity. My most common lie. I need to get back on Fortnite because I heard that like their recent one was Slay Queen. If you know what I mean, like that they had a good battle pass. And for some reason I always end up playing when the battle pass is very brosive. And then I miss the Slay Queen battle passes. And I'm like Wait. So glad to meet another VTuber that's chill. And that's in my demographic. You know what I mean? But yeah. Especially because like recently I got some like an influx of homophobic comments on my YouTube. I mean, I just like delete it, but like, ugh. Yeah, like it was at. Okay, you know what? The weird part, the homophobic comments I was getting were on like super old videos. Like one was at the end of Pride Month, and they're like, "Oh, thank God, Pride Month's over." Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, bruh, it's been over. like, like, you're like 6 months late for that homophobia. You're closer to like saying, I hate that it's about to happen than like, yeah, I feel like a lot of those people don't understand that LGBT people oftentimes past like a certain age, we have boundaries, healthy ones, and we just don't let people cross them. It doesn't mean we're mad. We just aren't letting you cross the boundary. Like, it's my page. I can just block you and banish you to the Shadow Realm. Believe it or not, I have unlimited blocks. Like, and I'm too small of a like channel to really get overwhelmed by like blocking. Because yeah. Yeah, I don't respond to any of them because I'm like, responding to you makes you think that I care. and I can't express as much. I can't say it enough. I don't. I truly don't care. Like, I just don't. You're not in my life. Like, I care about the fact that you're making comments because I care about homophobia being a thing, and it shouldn't be. But you, I don't care. Truly. Go talk to a therapist. They'll care way more than I do. You could. Uh, my text like language is heavily affected by dyslexia. It's probably where you see my dyslexia pop up the most. Uh, yeah. When I write a simple tweet, I have to read it like 5 times before I'm sure there's no problems, only to find out later there is some problems. I mean, honestly, I have a master's of science, not English. Most scientists have terrible grammar. Like, I'm dyslexic, and I was known as one of the better writers. Like, if that tells you anything. Like, legit. My most common, like, error, though, is, like, swapping 2 words that are the same word, like, pronounced, but, like, completely different. Like, meet and meet. Like, to meet someone, but also, like, an animal byproduct. I blame that on the speed of my, like, typing, but also I use, because I'm dyslexic, I see it wrong on the page anyways. And so I use, like, text to audio to, like, play it back so I hear it. But if it's the same word pronounced, that doesn't really work. Oh, I feel that. Are you also dyslexic? I always say I go after such a specific niche. LGBT people who like VTubing, anime, drag references, gay. Like, I am ADHD also. And my brother is autistic. Then, like, there's a possibility that, like, I am too, but my psychologist was like, you could be, but you're already on medications, and it really wouldn't service a purpose. Like, if you want to know, we can do it. But, like, because, like, I'm already, like, fully going to psychology on a regular basis. And there's no, like, yeah, it's kind it almost sometimes feels like it's more for you to know. So, like, hey, I might be reading things wrong here. Plus, that, like, if I, like, would take it and I would be positive, that part of my, like, life doesn't affect me too much. But, like, I'm also, like, not very social. Because, like, for ADHD, I can take Adderall. I can take Vyvanse. I can be on some specific antidepressants. But, like, as far as I know, like, because my brother's autistic, like, their test was autism. It's like, hey, you got autism. Congrats. You've unlocked a hard mode for life. I hope you get a dodge rolling. My partner uses Vyvanse. I use Adderall because I have a weak metabolism, probably thanks to all of my, being sick. So I have to use like it's extended release still, but like Vyvanse will affect me 12 hours after I take it. My cat is adorable. You said the yippy pet, yippy creatures. My cat used to, well, still does, if I do like an online appointment, will pet my face the entire time during like therapy or psychology. They're like, it's okay. I mean, like when I get a new therapist or psychologist, they're like, oh my God, that's adorable. It's like, yeah, he's been doing this since he was a kid. He's also one of those cats that like you adopt them because you're socially anxious, and then you have a socially anxious pet, but then you can use them as an excuse as to why you're not seeing people. You can be like, oh, I would, but my cat. Darn, I really wanted to go out today. But just I have a cat. So what's gonna happen with that one? Oh, that's so cute. Mine is Soul, and it's named after like the goddess of the hearth. But I also love it because it's SOL, so like so out of luck. Yeah. It's funny because like I gave like a list like, hey, so is my most what's the mythology names? I gave a list. You know what? If we're going like by semi Madoka rules, Madoka, however you pronounce it, like then that means you do get a bow, but also that your cat's an alien. That isn't directly acting to spite you, but like sees you as energy. So like they don't think it's wrong. Which is better than some people. Oh, this HD model also has like their sleeves a lot closer to the wrist. That's why I'm going through this process instead of just using the other one. Okay, I think we fixed all the hair ends. Yeah, we're good. I don't need to say that. Do. Yay! Also, one of my favorite things about streaming at this time, I mean, I always get to have like typically pretty like one-on-one conversations because like the size of my channel, which I appreciate. But some of my favorite people I met, like, do really late night streams. I also like it because I'm a socially anxious person. I know other people are socially anxious. And for a lot of people, like, they are more comfortable, like, talking at certain times of the day. And I've noticed for me, that's night. Uh, and so, like, if I can be there when someone has the spoons to talk, it's great. Yumi! I love that name. I'm a. I'm. I don't know why I'm reading it in my head. and you means bow in Japanese, which means fence. Ooh. Speaking of cat, uh, so my original concept for Poison Oaks was genetic, like gene splicing person, like so combining a cat with plant stuff and then like all conjumbled up. I simplified that to the cat side is always like when I'm in my casual outfits, and then like my more like outfit is this one with the DNA strands, which better communicates like my theme. Let's go to casual 6. I've been on a kick of making models that look better in the dark. 6.1? It might be 6.1. Okay. And for this model, I gotta turn out the lights. Like, tell me that's not like super cool. I gave it fairy hair. Did a little like tinsel in the hair. Go back to the model because I like to. Sometimes when I'm working on a specific model that I've done before, I like to work on that model while uh, the model's up so people can see like how it's changing. Yeah, this model definitely better communicates. Oh yeah, they both have dark mode. I forgot. Look at that, like, sparkle. You also use Poyomi? My life changed when I discovered Poyomi. Like, there's pre and post Poyomi poison designs. Uh, okay, so I had a question. Are Poyomi shaders VRM friendly, or do I still need to make it like a Wardo file? Because I use Wardo mod files, but I haven't really exported, like tried exporting it using just like. I don't know if that's like something I'm doing just to do it, or. Because no Wardo can hold like higher detail. Okay. Yeah, I use Wardo mods is what I use. Uh, Let me pull up my Unity so you can see. So I use the VRM0 to import, Wardo to set up mods, and then set up the character. And then I use the active mode to like export Poyomi. I also recently figured out one of the cool things that you can do with a Wardo mod file is I can attach like things like fireflies to them and have it like give them an aura-esque thing where like say the fireflies are flying all around them. That I can't do with most things, but because I'm modding it like a game file, it can hold a lot of different things. I haven't found a model right to do it with yet. But that's one of the reasons why I have like things like animated fire on this file thing, on this game project. Also, it's really cool that you're a developer. Yes, no, I love that. I'm trying to get better at doing it because I want to find more games that I can use my model in. Like I want to try TCG, like Shop Simulator, and put all my models on the cards. I mean, I have videos, if you scroll really far back on my YouTube, of me working on developing a slime game. It was one too many irons in the fire because I was working on learning animation. I didn't do art until last year. Job searching, all that fun stuff. So like, as we gotta put one of the irons like out of the fire and just off to the side for now. So one of the fun things I'm also doing, I have an Othello game that's like the also like Western wise like I too am someone who is I'm chronically sick because I'm immunocompromised and I have to be on like medication to live and all that stuff. So, I'm still like it's more recent development. So like I'm still like getting used to like using terms like disabled to describe myself. But like I'm definitely not like a full functioning person. I mean, I'm a full person, but not like perfectly functioning biologically. Remember one time my doctor like language corrected me and like I appreciated the effort, but I'm like, I'm trying to have a genuine conversation with you. Can we not? Yeah, job searching is so hard too. Like, you know, one of the things that was like a weird like situation for me was to think, like the zombie apocalypse teams. I'm like, oh no, I'm just gonna go die. Like, do you know how many medications I'm on? No, we're giving up. How like how much longer till will I be like able to? Yeah, it's like literally leave me like find me in like a nice meadow to go die in. Just actually, I know a lot about medicine and poisons, hence the name. Uh, and I'm like by trade a plant scientist, who works specifically like my research is in like biostatistics, but like I focused on plants for my research. So yeah, like I would be super useful for all of like maybe a month or two until like my body started being like, okay, we're done. I'll write you with like a really helpful journal. Yeah, like, so if we're being honest, I don't want to live in a zombie apocalypse. Like, I don't feel like surviving is winning in that scenario. Like, maybe that's a little dark, but like, you want to live without like. I think it would be nice and relaxing at first. But I also think that at first will change really fast the second you go through all 4 seasons. Like, that's the max I give it. Because everything's cool. I mean, I guess also when like resources run out. But yeah, infrastructure's not surviving a zombie apocalypse. Infrastructure barely survives a single reality TV show. Our infrastructure barely survives having a reality TV show host try to like do something. I highly doubt we're surviving zombie stuff. It's one of my favorite things to say against conspiracy theorists. It's like, Do you really think our world would be so dysfunctional if there was someone pulling the strings? Like, why do we have war if everyone just agrees in the shadows? It's really not that much money compared to like having a healthy entertainment industry. I think Taylor Swift could probably make more money doing a tour than we could do from war. Same. Oof. I did export this. Okay. 80% sure. I'll check the time. I'm 30. Yeah, it was exported recently. I started using like other model mod files. Just put all my models in. Like, I'm not reusing these. I'm still early on in my art skills. Okay, I have two. It started to be a problem with how many like I have saved. So now I'm like, okay, we are very new to art. So like we're still at that quick progression stage where like if I recreate something next week, it's gonna be better than I can do it now. Oop. I was never the same after the Fire Nation attacked. One of my favorite things to do, uh, like not favorite things to do, a funny thing I like to say is like when something happens, is you can date my life pre and post the thing. Like so if I hit my desk, like head on the desk, I'd be like, now there's a pre and post hit my head on the desk. Poison before the hitting his head and after. Like that's my new time scale. Feel free to. I mean, I probably stole it from something. You know how the brain works. It's like, I like that. I'm not gonna remember someone else said it, but I'm gonna remember that I like it. Yoink. Oh yeah, like I don't know how to classify mine. It did make one of my professors cry though. Uh, it is like I had another professor though who was like, hey, because I told him it was like some stuff, and he's like, oh well, you've never had to like go hungry, have you? Like I was like, dude, I had to ration a 10-piece chicken nugget for a week. Like I'm an adult college student because I couldn't do it earlier. Like no, we are not all like wealthy and yeah. You know, Fortnite chapters is a great way to think of it. Uh, I know that like for me, I feel like I go through cycles, like with my models especially. My models have been a more clear indication of that. I haven't played Fortnite in a little bit. It takes up too much space on my computer, and I too play it exclusively when streaming. I think it's fun, but because like I think it's like quotation marks fun, I can only do it for so long. And so if I'm gonna play it, I want to play it on stream. I have the PlayStation, and I could use the PlayStation Cloud Gaming, but yeah. I like to think that like doing things the hard way because I'd be too powerful if I did them the easy. I want to get an external storage space for my laptop. My stream is ran from my desktop, but it's a hard drive, not solid state, so it doesn't do good at multiple tasks. But my laptop is like my good computer, but it has like only a terabyte, and I regularly have to like delete and reinstall games just to try to get like what I want to play. I recently installed Baldur's Gate, made characters, and now I'm like, do I even want to play Baldur's Gate right now? I think, oh, we don't even want to know how much I have left. I have 29. I have 29 gigabytes. And I've been rotating out the same 200 gigabytes the past like 3 months. Because so many games take up like almost specifically 130 gigabytes. So I can only have 130 gigabyte game on my computer at one time. And I actually get a lot of sponsorship like offers. So like I also have to have that on my computer at all times. So like I always have to have a specific game on my computer. I think the fact that I have good sponsorship offers despite my size is because my engagement ratio is really good. Because I've never done like the follow for follow stuff. So like my engagement ratio is like almost 50-60%. Okay. The Roblox fun. The Roblox fun. The Roblox one was great. And we're hyping it up, so I'm sure I can say this without any anger. And I don't have this as one of my sponsored streams, so I feel fine saying it. One of the most lucrative sponsorships I've done. Uh, very nice, very cozy, very demure, very mindful. It was also great because, like, Just to Impress, I love that game. I also, like, I feel like Just to Impress is one of my favorite games that's ruined because people just vote for their friends 5 stars. And I'm like, why do you even get dressed at that point? You're just gonna give 5 stars. Oh, you have Fortnite as a sponsor? Do you have like a creator code? I want to get into that, but I'm way too small. I'm debating applying to be a creator for Naraka because their social media presence is a lot smaller, so I feel like it's more obtainable. But thank you so much. I've been really appreciative of the rate that we've grown. Like, not to sound ungrateful like about my growth like before. Like, my watch time percentage. Let me type it out. This is the amount that increased. Percent. 320,000 K, like, percent. Like, I regularly get like I feel like I get nerfed sometimes by YouTube and Twitch and not YouTube and TikTok and like TikTok definitely like nerfed me. They said no. But sometimes YouTube's like they're like, hey, you're doing too well this week. This week we're not showing your shorts to anyone. Oh, my number's great because like I was beating like nothing. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, the other numbers are still impressive. But like we are like just like super when we look at numbers like that, we're going really fast. So like I'm always grateful for that. Like I hit affiliate like 2 months into like Twitch without doing like Twitter or anything. I have full faith we'll make it eventually, but I'm enjoying the size I am. Affiliate on YouTube or affiliate on Twitch? You should be at affiliate on Twitch. Is it because of the CC? Because the only reason why I was able to hit CC so fast was because it was super early on in my like stream stuff, and I was only streaming for like 40 minutes at a time. And I was like, let me just hit affiliate. And like, so I encouraged a lot of people to like come in just for that little bit, just to hit my average. But yeah, no. Even for my friend, like who's thinking about starting streaming, he said, "Don't let me miss one of your streams. Don't let me miss one of your streams." It seems like follower is the harder number at the start, but concurrent viewer, it is so hard to bring that number up if it gets low. I'm so glad now I can be like, I don't need to look at it. Because you don't really lose it, as far as I'm aware. And look how productive I'm being on my model. I love when... Okay. I'll make sure to tune in whenever you're live. Even if it's like just to like lurk. I definitely will try to tune in every time. It's... You probably should have more. Like... I mean, I don't know you morally, but like... Just gonna say it. Listen, I think, I mean, for one, I've thought of people I want to get hit affiliate, but like also like, it's the thing I liked about hitting. I liked about hitting it was the lack of pressure afterwards. A lack of pressure. I'm hearing myself talk back, so sometimes my like lisp is terrible. Yeah, I'll try to help you hit it. As long as our insomnia links up too, like, yeah. I mean, yeah. If our insomnia is linked up, you'll probably hit it. Nice. I mean, yeah. I mean, I would also argue affiliate actually does make that much money. Like, I get like pennies. Like, if it wasn't for like the sub stuff or like the sponsorship stuff, I wouldn't make any money from streaming. But like, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely an ego thing. That's why I'm like, what's it? It's like when I was a cosplayer, I competed regularly until I won one, and I'm like, I'm done. Retirement now. I'm not going for multiple titles. I just wanted to win. Just want someone to tell me I'm pretty. At the end of the day, isn't that what it's about? Just having someone tell you you're pretty. Oh, nice. That's so cool, though. If I went out more, I probably would cosplay. I need to buy new wigs, though. I just want to buy new wigs because I like wigs. Wigs are fun. You know what my color reference is to make sure this DNA is the right color? I try to think back to like a science textbook and like wanted to get that same color palette that they use for DNA because that's how I get it to read from a distance, or I try to get it to read from a distance, is by using those colors that your brain like has that core memory with. Oh, that sounds cool. I think. Oh, never mind. Not a think. One of my favorite names I've ever had is Nicomancer. And it was spelled like Nico because I was playing League of Legends at the same time. So, like, it was like a triple threat pun. It was like- because there's Nico the champion, Nico the cat, and then Necromancer. So, Nicomancer. Shape-shifting cat summoning from the dead. Wordplay is fun. Okay, now I gotta make sure it's right. No, not that. It is not. Oh, the emission's not on. There we go. Nico Yamaka, Morella Namaka. That's also kind of a triple threat. I was also, I'm gonna just applaud myself for saying that because I do have a physical lisp, and so I was like, oh, I pronounced that correctly. That's uh, I have a dragon in WoW, and I called it Celine Dragon. And I'm proud of myself. uh, so thank you so much for keeping me company today. Like, I appreciate it. Because it's so much easier to talk when there's another person. I'm still mastering the skill of talking to no one. Because I'm someone who tends to go silent. Because I'll like zone out. Oh, that sounds really cool. Are you familiar with Epic the Musical? I'll be excited to play it. Um, I really love the music from it because as a homosexual, as a gender fluid person, of course I love mythology. Okay, if this takes my YouTube down, I'm gonna be mad because I listened to it all last night. But you mentioned Siren. So like boop. And it's an animatic. Animatic?
Kamala would cut taxes for
Anime.
families. Up to $6,000
It's a
for
thing.
your family. 100 million Americans
played a little
will
bit of
get
it.
money back. Vote Kamala.
I switched quickly to Naraka at the time.
Don't you miss me?
More than you know.
Then jump in the water.
I like the map.
Penelope,
I also like
I've told
driving
you
around in
this
a car
before. You
because
know
I
I'm
do like the
afraid of
vehicle
the
stuff.
water.
I'll make sure that you are safe and sound.
But yeah, like, oh wait, gotta.
Asked and now you know.
Has a car.
You asked and now you know.
I just like.
Now jump in the water.
Penelope, why?
That's my favorite part of that music song. Well, you asked, now you know. My friend has Sakura. Well, I have Sakura and Hinata skin. So I was like, okay, we're soccer moms, and we're going to go pick up our kids. So get in. We gotta drive. I love a narrative. Like, up, face tracking. Need to plug up a charger. And I don't need my drop pad anymore, so I can unplug that. Eh, eh, eh. There we go. When you hit don't trust on your phone, just because you don't want to type in the code. Oh, nice. I guess the immediate thing, because it's Halloween, that popped in was Halloween Town, like Casper's Revenge, I think it's called. Oh, yeah, sorry. You know exactly why that word's blocked. I was like, I blocked very key words because I'm like, I think we can figure out what words are common amongst these people. I was like, I'm a digital artist. Oh, fun. Digital is also blocked. I was like, why would someone need to say that to me? Yeah. Yeah. Uh, I I like to call it like, don't peddle your wares. Don't you peddle your wares here. Be gone. I used to be nice, even like when it was like, because sometimes it's a person doing the scam and just like, but now I'm like, I don't care. Okay, I would say that like the gotcha games are the worst about it. Like, they have the most like scammers on their like Twitch streams. Granted, art scammers are how I got to affiliate because I didn't have the follower count as a new person. So those art scam follows were actually kind of useful at the start. I mean, now my following isn't like that, but like at the start, I was like, I'm not falling for the scam, but I appreciate the follow. I would say they're a supervillain, like telemarketers are supervillains. Like, if this is the type of things we get from comic books, we got the raw end of the deal. Like, give me Poison Ivy. Oh, my friend's favorite time was this art scammer was talking with me, and they were like, I was like, no, I don't have any money. No, I don't have money. It's like, I'm a recent graduate. Like, I don't have money. Uh, and sick and chronically ill person by profession. You're like, yeah, like I just, and I kept on saying no, no, no. And there's like, but my greatest holiday wish, my greatest holiday wish, my greatest holiday wish is to give you 10% off this holiday season. And I'm like, okay, but if it's 10% off of free, because I told you I don't have money, so I don't know why you're telling me you want to give me a discount. Like, oh, my other favorite thing. I use sometimes the stream element default like borders and stuff. And I was curious, like, what do these people's Twitters look like? Oftentimes it's barren, like nothing there. But the few times I see something, it's a free asset that's on Stream Elements. And it makes me be like, you see, I'm using that exact same overlay that you're trying to sell me. Like, what do you mean? That's when I stopped like being nice. I was like, you're calling me stupid. In so many words. You're just calling me stupid at that point. Like, I obviously know this asset is free. Some of them will get fancy with it, and they'll color shift it to purple. Like, if you've seen that green lightning overlay, that is, or that purple lightning overlay, it's, I can guess that it's free, and you should check Stream Elements if that's something you really want. But like, if honestly, any lightning, most of the lightning ones are free that are just reselling it. And the funny part about reselling a Stream Elements overlay, you have to use Stream Elements to use them. Like, you're gonna see that it's free anyways. You know, I am so ungrateful for that 10% discount. Maybe I can get a referral code and I can give it to you this year. I'm not a big regifter, but like, I just feel like it could change your world. Oh, no, I said this wrong. Okay. The scene is, I'm an annoying person and I'm trying to get someone to buy my art. I have a suggestion for your channel. I have an amazing suggestion for your channel. You know, I actually am thinking of making some free models, and I will post them when they're up. If you have suggestions for it, I put on my Twitter. I put on my if you put I put on my Twitter that my goal is to get monetized, and we'll be making like a model for everybody like that goes up once I get monetized on YouTube. I'm not taking commissions at this moment, but one of the reasons why we're working on this model specifically I can't. I will charge you $0 if it's free. If you will be willing to pay me 0 USD, I will totally. But we're working on this model to help us get ready for like commissions. Because we basically did the, without knowing it's a thing, the 100 character challenge. Where we go and make a bunch. And I'm so sorry. Same. Oh no, when they tell me they have an amazing idea for my channel, if I knew it wouldn't get me more bots, I kind of want to be like, I have an amazing idea for your art. Also, are you Dr. Light from like Teen Titans? Are you Dr. Light from like Yagami Death Note? Because I feel like you're making a reference here. Or is it a different Dr. Light? The C64, which makes me think Nintendo. Not to change the subject from your master plan. Okay. I wasn't sure because I knew of some Dr. Lights. I didn't know if it was like a reference to something. Like my name's a reference to Poison Ivy. Because I love Poison Ivy. It's also a gamer tag I've used for a while. Same. I have an idea for your art. Maybe don't just color shift a free asset. Maybe just draw anything, honestly. Don't sell me a free thing. Like, but no, I would never feel good if I was like making people pay for something that was free. Oh no, the audacity to put a watermark on it. The watermark that they don't know how to remove when they sell it to you, I guarantee. You know, be who you want to be and let the rest just do what it needs. Dr. Light, I appreciate you, and I will treat you as an individual, not just some comic book character. Not a reference to a very old video game. Not someone who got totally owned by Raven, but someone who's individual. You know, on itchy.io, I always put things, like if I make anything, it's always put like just a random thing. Oh no, you know the merge the layers. Actually, you said merge the layers. That implies that they know how to open like Krita, Photoshop. No, they probably just took a PNG and stamped their watermark on it. Like not through like any art program. And honestly, I feel like the least money I can take is like $2 million. I just feel like that's my quality and my worth. Oh, and that's not for commercial rights. That's just to see the model. If you want to use the model, that's gonna be like some installment payments, like $4.99 a month. I'm thinking, revocable rights, still no commercial rights. I will own all the merch you make, but I encourage you to make it. I am very fluent in sarcasm. I just try when the arts gamers come around, I try not to be sarcastic because they don't know how to read the room. And I want them to know I'm being mean to them. Same. Hey. By the way, I'm talking in two chats. There's the Twitch chat and the YouTube chat. If you don't see the other person chatting, that's why. And if you feel like there's a really big delay, refresh, because YouTube sometimes gets delayed. Typically YouTube's delay should be at most 10 seconds, and Twitch is at most 8 seconds. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Listen, I'm used to being the one being just... So when you said, I'm the one in the other chat, and I'm like, I know. I'm talking to you. I can see both chats, but I know now that it wasn't for me. You know, ironically, I'm not fluent in English. I only know how to use it sarcastically. Oh no, you could. I appreciate it. Oh, fun fact. Um, did you know that watch time on a stream doesn't count for public watch hours for getting monetized on like YouTube? You know, if you can't even anymore, there's always odd numbers. And then if you can't odd, you can always imaginary. Negative I1? Negative I think, actually. Like when you take a square root of like a negative number. Same. Okay. I am thinking 25 cents, but with compounding interest. So 25 cents today, then like 50 cents tomorrow, then like $1 the next day, $2 the following. And you know, $2, that's not that much money. That's compounding interest anyways. Math doesn't exist. I remember I once... Yeah. Oh my god. Unless you're talking about right now. Force me to have like 4 tabs open just to continue the conversation. I hope, just in case, although my fluency in sarcasm exists, it's specifically verbal sarcasm. And see ya. So, if, just to be clear, I'm not taking money from models, and my next model so far is planned to be free. So, like, yeah. The context of our conversation was like, yeah, we're being sarcastic. But just in case, we keep a semi-safe space here, and we never try to hurt feelings of people we like and people who are being nice. So, like, yeah. But yeah, no. I love to say that, though. Like, we're not a safe space. We're a semi-safe space. We're a safe space for most. Not today. Maybe in the future. But right now, not right now. We're not doing commissions at this moment. I know this news comes at a time, such a rough and disastrous time. I am known as the best model maker with a computer. And for some reason, my hands just broke. And I'm trying to use my mouth with a jaw pin, but it's really difficult. I actually do sometimes use my nose for my phone. Don't ask me how to spell it. I'm dyslexic. I'm lucky I can read sometimes. And the funny part is that I have an MS and a 4.0 in the MS program. But like what I make up, what I have in research skills, I lack in quick recalling the stuff. My short-term memory is terrible, but my long-term's great. I mean, I have a Master's of Science degree, and I can't spell. I mean, I could cast a curse, but I can't spell. That's for wizards, and I'm a witch. I'm a witch with a B. And I'm allergic to bees. Alakanam and achu. Do it for the content. Agreed. I did find it funny. One time I had someone apologize. They're like, "Oh, sorry for talking in a chat." And I'm like, if I didn't want people talking, I would make a video. I obviously like the engagement. I'm live streaming. Okay. I'm trying to find the best way to make it funny, but I can't. So we'll just curse the future generations. I'm sure I'll come up with a funny joke by the time like it's like the third child. Like future generation curse. Even my curse is procrastinate. uh I want to do like a higher definition model. Like that's the whole difference that's going to be between this one and the one you see me using right now. Also, we can turn the lights up a little bit. Um, yeah, yes. A little blue. There we go. Do 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 do. Shading. This sometimes looks terrifying, but we gotta do it to see how it looks. Oh no, that's not bad. Face is a little flat, but like that might just be me being hypercritical. It will look less flat when I put the shade on the hair. Realistic. Oh, we need to. Uh, I don't like how that looks. Back. So maybe I could fix that with an outline though. uh, would it be crazy if we kissed? uh, do, 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 do. That looks really bad. Why is this ponytail so flat? Oh, something's happening here. Something's wonky. Like, I know there's a way to blow them up. Speaking of which, Dr. Light, I am curious. Uh, describe like your perfect model. Just because I like hearing people's concepts. Also, it's fun to talk about. As in, I'm going to steal everything. I'm trying to think what went wrong here. Because something went wrong. Texture, scan, shade, matte, flat, realistic. Do, 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 do. Um, that's not terrible. Not great. This may sound crazy, but for some reason, when I click on people, it won't let me go to their profile. It only gives me the mod. Oh, there it is. Okay. It wasn't doing it before. Now I can. Oh, that's a... I like the design. And that's very doable. one of the things I like to do is like kind of gauge like what's within my skill set by like kind of seeing what people want, because that's how I gauge like where I am at a little bit. Because I do want to eventually start doing commissions. I just want to feel good while doing it. Let's see. What is this using? Ah. Uses that together. You know, maybe I will do it one stream. This stream I'm trying to get my model perfected. So that way I can dedicate future streams to making like other people's stuff. Getting it down. Also, if you have Steam, your ideas actually, I think that hair might be a preset. You may hold me to the indefinite time. Because I I don't know exactly when. Uh, but yeah, there is plans to like start working on other people's stuff. I've only been doing art for a year. And so that's why it's taking a while, because it may seem by my art that I've been doing it longer than a year. But I'm not. Let me go this. I need to rotate more. Hard to see. Basic line. I think the most toxic thing I learned how to do growing up, well, not definitely not the most, uh, was non-committal answers from my parents. Because they would love to do that. Like, yeah, maybe. I'm gonna turn that blur up. We're kind of just experimenting here, seeing where this like goes. Same. Oh, I use sometimes music, but I'm neurodivergent. So sometimes if I'm having like an extended conversation with people, I will turn the music down or off. And that's just so that way like my mind can process what they're saying. Just because like my neurodiversity makes it to where sometimes it's like it can get overwhelming. That being said, I do think we can put on some music. Let's see. I'm gonna do. I think Lo-Fi Girl. Yeah. I also really like Dakota, and I'll use like CapCut's coda music. There is, but sometimes I'd like to make sure I'm listening to it at the same time. Like, for instance, I'm actually listening to my voice too. I'm listening to all the same audio that you guys are, because for a while there I had issues where like sound just cuts out randomly. So now I like to like experience. Basically, I'm experiencing the stream with you guys. I used to be a singer, so it makes it to where I'm used to hearing my voice on delay sometimes. It's just sometimes it causes me to slur just because like that just getting slightly distracted by it. When that happens, I just have to basically take one of my headphone sides off, and then I can put it back on. I think we might do rap instead. Yeah, that's a lot better. Okay, then ready. I think this is the top. Cut out. Shading, shading. Wrapped. Koyomi tune, shading, wrapped, wrapped. I'm using this, it's faster than when I use like MiHoYo shader. Do, 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 do. You mean like audience plays Subway Surfers? Because I believe that that might be an overlay in Twitch, but YouTube doesn't do overlays. As far as I'm aware. Origami too. What do you mean me play Subway Surfers? Because like I'm actually working on this model at this moment. This is live video. Well, I'm not 100% sure what you're referring to. I need to go through this. Oop. Origami. Out. No problem. Wrapped. Wrapped. Oh, my chat got delayed. Refresh. There we go. Oh, there we go. Leave this at 0 for now. Yep. A little bit lighter. There we go. Yes. It's gonna be point. There we go. Subsurface scattering. Then we're gonna go down here. Video effects. Projector. There we go. You good? We are, for the most part, this is a random surprise live. So we're just chilling. It looks like it'll hit about 3 hours-ish, about 10 minutes. And we typically will wrap up in 3-hour increments. We do go live again later tomorrow. We'll probably play Naraka or Mario Party. I'm into a lot of different games. Right now I've been playing Zenless Zone Zero, a little bit of Baldur's Gate, Mario Party, because Mario Party just came out. I'm wanting to download Fortnite again to play it a little bit. Yeah, we're all over the place with games. Naraka is definitely my favorite. It just doesn't have a large player base, so it's hard to like play it too frequently. I've really enjoyed it. I got a sponsorship from them, and I was actually waiting for a sponsorship to play it because like I've wanted to play it for a while. But if I knew a sponsorship's coming up, I'm like, I try to wait for the sponsorship. But it's one that I was planning to play. So very happy that I got to. Yeah, I played Naraka when it first launched on my desktop. And then out of nowhere it stopped working. And then found out it's because my desktop uses a hard drive, not a solid state. and then I started playing back whenever it was re-released, so about when 2B came out. And since then, I basically I'll play it for like 2 months straight, and then take a break from it, then play it for 2 months. We got fairly high in the ranking. I know we were on the leaderboard for duos. Not that I'm amazing at it. I just have a lot of fun playing it. I'm very much a strategy style gamer, so sometimes my like active gameplay skills are not that great, but I tend to set up very well. I've always been very good at positioning. Scattering. This. Yeah, not less visible. Yeah, I get it, because like for me, if Naraka had a solid player base, I would 100% never stop playing it. But I do sometimes, once you get to a certain point, just fight the same people over and over again. I'm actually really bad at Mario Kart. I loved it on the 64 and GameCube. But as like the later editions have come out, I've just gotten worse at it. Mario Party is probably my favorite longest running series. Like as far as like long running game series goes, Mario Party is definitely my top. This one, what you would like to do. Darker. There we go. Not too bright. I used to play that a lot on the 3DS too. I didn't play it at the DMV. I think at that time though, I was mostly playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, in person. I hate that knock right there, because like the knocking sound effect in general just makes it feel like, oh, someone at the door. Surface scattering. Effective surface. Mirror. Additive. Additive. There we go. Do, 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 do. Just go back. I'll just put that up. Okay. And strike down. Pick space color. Doot. Oh yeah, these won't work too much. I do want to do stuff like this. The blur. Thanks, and thanks for checking in. I'm excited to start making models for other people. And that's one of the reasons why I'm trying to hold myself now to like just using this design for a bit. So we can free ourselves up to do that. And thank you for the sub. And I hope you have a wonderful night if it's nighttime, morning if it's morning, the rest of your day if it's daytime. Doot, doot, doot. Okay, that being said, we'll say goodnight to the YouTube as we hit 3 hours. Thank you guys so much for being here. Oh yeah, no, it's almost 3 a.m. here. I just have insomnia. But we'll have to force ourselves to sleep at some point. Oof. Well, good luck on your work. I hope it's an easy day and goes by fast. Till next time, I'll see you then. Bye for now. Oh, and if you ever want to see my schedule, it's posted on Twitch. If it's for some reason, if I'm for some reason not live on YouTube and I'm live on Twitch, it's typically because I'm having an issue with YouTube. Doesn't happen often, but does happen sometimes. But see you there.